Good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight. You're tuned into EmoNews every moment online. In tonight's news headlines, Health Minister provides updates on MRI services, surgeries, and nursing recruitment. Bernard Ito resigns as political leader for the Dominica Freedom Party. Barbados launches Pearly app to strengthen community engagement and public service response. St. Vincent and the Grenadines signs cruise port partnership agreement with Global Ports Holding. 3 Indian sailors killed following U.S. strike on oil tanker near Oman. St. John's and Roosevelt Douglas secure wins in primary schools netball championship. And Knicks move within 1 win of NBA championship after Game 4 victory. Details of these stories and more coming up next. Stay with us. Welcome back. I'm your presenter, Rick Francis, and this is the news broadcast for the 11th of June, 2026. In local news this evening, Minister for Health, Wellness and Social Services, Honorable Kasani Laville, provided several updates on the health sector during a press conference held on Wednesday, highlighting major advancements at the Dominica-China Friendship Hospital. Among the key announcements was the arrival of components for the hospital's long-awaited MRI machine. Minister Laville revealed that the MRI parts have arrived in Dominica, while additional equipment and machinery required for the service are currently on their way. He indicated that the MRI service is expected to be operational again by next week.
A new machine has already been ordered and is en route to Dominica. It is currently in Trinidad and Tobago, and we expect it to arrive next week also. These developments reflect our continued investment in healthcare, our commitment to expanding specialist services while strengthening primary healthcare, and our determination to provide the Dominican people with increasingly advanced access and people-centered medical care.
The minister also announced that Dominica has successfully performed its first brain tumor surgery locally, describing the achievement as a significant milestone for the country's healthcare system. Additionally, approximately 60 eye surgeries were recently completed through the assistance of medical missionaries, providing improved vision and quality of life for dozens of patients. On staffing, Minister Laville reported that 16 new nurses have been hired to strengthen healthcare services across the island, with interviews currently underway for an additional 15 nursing positions.
Just 2 weeks ago, our medical team successfully completed the country's first brain tumor surgery using our own local resources and personnel. The patient was diagnosed with an aggressive brain tumor and surgery was carried out successfully. This achievement follows the first successful spinal surgery performed earlier this year and demonstrates the tremendous progress being made in strengthening the capacity and capability of our healthcare system throughout the expansion of neurosurgical services. It speaks to the investments we have made in our people, our infrastructure, and our partnerships, allowing more Dominican patients to receive complex care at home, surrounded by their families and their very own support systems. As we strengthen specialized services, we are also reinforcing the foundation of our healthcare system through primary healthcare. Over the past month, 16 nurses have been employed across the public health sector, and 3 additional doctors have been assigned to primary healthcare services to enhance prevention, promotion, early detection, and timely intervention. Importantly, this effort continues. On Monday, the ministry will be interviewing an additional 15 nurses as we seek to further expand our human resource capacity and ensure that communities throughout Dominica have access to quality healthcare services closer to their homes.
The updates form part of the government's ongoing efforts to enhance healthcare delivery, expand access to specialized medical services, and improve patient care throughout Dominica. Dominican national Gavin Libla has graduated with a Bachelor of Fine Arts with distinction in Visual Arts from the University of British Columbia, Okanagan in Canada. Libla, who is from Roseau and has family roots in Penville, received the prestigious Asper Graduating Award for his digital media project work and was also honored with the Young Black Creative Award. After studying architectural technology at Dominica State College and working as a digital media artist, he moved to Canada in 2018 to pursue higher education in visual arts. Libla credited his achievement to faith, perseverance, and the support of family and friends, while encouraging young creatives to remain committed to their goals. His accomplishment serves as an inspiration to aspiring artists in Dominica and across the diaspora. Also in local news, Prime Minister Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit has announced that Dominica has become the first country in the region to place geothermal energy on the national grid, marking a major milestone in the island's renewable energy journey. Speaking at a press conference on Wednesday, the Prime Minister said the geothermal plant is currently in the commissioning phase, which includes testing and integration of the new system into the national electricity network. He explained that the project includes the construction of substations, a 33 kilovolt transmission line, and battery storage facilities designed to improve the reliability and efficiency of electricity distribution across the island.
The geothermal power plant remains in its commissioning phase, which means testing, adjustments, and system integration work are still ongoing before the plant enters full commercial operation. Dominica is the first nation in this region to bring geothermal energy onto its national grid.
Addressing the recent power interruptions experienced by some consumers, the Prime Minister described the outages as teething issues associated with the commissioning process and assured the public that the challenges are being addressed.
I do not minimize the inconvenience these outages have caused, but I ask for our people's understanding as the teething difficulties of these recent weeks are the cost of doing something new. But when this work is complete, we will have lower electricity rates, greater reliability, and a Dominica that is no longer at the mercy of imported fuel to the extent to which we did before. Since generation began in March, some technical issues associated with testing and integrating new infrastructure have contributed to service interruptions. The good news is that these issues are being identified, addressed, and resolved as part of the commissioning process.
Mr. Skerrit said the geothermal project is expected to bring significant long-term benefits to Dominica, including lower electricity rates, greater energy reliability, and reduced dependence on imported fossil fuels. The government has described the geothermal initiative as a transformative project that will support economic growth, strengthen energy security, and position Dominica as a regional leader in renewable energy. As part of the Be Well in Nature campaign, the Discover Dominica Authority held a panel discussion at Jungle Bay earlier today. The event began with an interactive session that featured a massage, a yoga session, and a local herb knowledge sharing session. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism, Claudius Lestrade, gave the opening remarks at the event. He said that wellness tourism aligns well with Dominica's tourism drive and has been part of all that is Dominica.
Wellness tourism aligns naturally with Dominica's strengths. Wellness has long been recognized as one of the pillars of our tourism sector, and many of the experiences now associated with wellness tourism have existed in Dominica for decades. From our hot springs and the wellness retreats to our global traditions, fresh local foods, and opportunities for immersion in nature, wellness has long been a part of Dominica's experience.
According to Lestrade, the panel discussion is about how citizens can position themselves to benefit from wellness tourism in Dominica.
The benefits extend beyond hotels and tourism businesses. They can create value for wellness practitioners, farmers, entrepreneurs, artisans, transportation providers, accommodation operators, and communities whose products, services, and experiences contribute to visitor journey. As we continue to advance the sector, it is important that the benefits remain connected to our people and support sustainable economic opportunities across the island.
The Permanent Secretary also spoke about the Wellness Committee recently established.
The Ministry recently instituted a Wellness Tourism Advisory Council, comprising stakeholders from across the wellness and tourism sectors. The committee was established to provide guidance, encourage collaboration, and support the continued advancement of wellness tourism in Dominica. Its role is to help ensure that development within the sector remains coordinated, sustainable, and responsive to the needs of both the industry, stakeholders, and the communities we serve. The committee's role will also be strengthened by the ideas, experiences, and perspectives shared for discussions such as today's.
The panel discussion, titled Wellness Tourism in Dominica, a destination that benefits everyone. Sharing their expertise on the topic were panelists Dr. Paula Lockhart, Marva Williams, Ellen Joseph, Antonina Okinina, and Renaud Deschamps, and was moderated by Communications and Public Relations Specialist Monel Alexis. The Discover Dominica Authority says the Tourism Awareness Program aims to increase public understanding of tourism's contribution to national development while encouraging greater participation in the sector. And finally, in local news, Bernard Ito has announced his resignation as political leader of the Dominica Freedom Party, citing family considerations and a desire to focus on areas where he believes he can make a greater contribution to Dominica's development. In a statement issued on June 10, Ito described leading the historic political party as one of the greatest privileges of his life and expressed gratitude to party members, supporters, volunteers, and citizens who placed their confidence in him. He explained that the demands of political leadership had promoted him to reflect on the importance of maintaining strong family relationships and balancing personal responsibilities. Ito also noted that he believes his strengths are better suited to policy development, technology leadership, innovation, economic transformation, and institution building rather than electoral politics. Looking ahead, he said he intends to focus on initiatives that support the development of a knowledge-based economy in Dominica, creating opportunities for young people, attracting investment, fostering innovation, and expanding economic opportunities for citizens. Despite stepping down as political leader, Ito emphasized that he remains committed to public service and will continue working with individuals and organizations dedicated to good governance, transparency, accountability, and national development. He concluded by thanking the Dominica Freedom Party, his colleagues, and the people of Dominica for the opportunity to serve, while expressing confidence in the country's future. And that's all for local news this evening. Stay tuned for regional news coming up next.
Celebrate this Father's Day with us on Saturday, June 20th. It's game time at Blast Bistro.
Father's Day special idea.
Bring dad or step up as dad in the father and son or father versus father domino showdown. Starting 5 p.m. sharp, enjoy live sports, old school hits, and pure Caribbean vibes. Grab the daddy combo. 6 beers, 8 wings for just $50.
Grab it.
Plus, shots 2 for $10, rum punch specials, and beer buckets with prizes to be won.
Prizes too.
Don't miss the action, only at Blast Bistro. Come for the game, stay for the laugh.
I in that.
And now let's take a look at regional news. Prime Minister Honorable Mia Mottley has announced the launch of Pearly, a new mobile application designed to give citizens a direct way to report concerns, track responses, and help create a safer, cleaner, and more responsive Barbados. Speaking at the launch, Prime Minister Mia Mottley said the initiative is rooted in the strong community values that have long defined Barbadian society.
We are going to change how Bajans interact with their society, not with the technology. The technology is simply a tool. But at the end of the day, it is the purpose of the tool that matters. You have seen today that we have developed in this country through these brilliant young Barbadians and with the guidance of Mr. Duan, a tool that makes the Office of Citizen Engagement and Media Relations more responsive and more capable of meeting the needs and expectations of citizens where they are and not where we want them to be. The young lady probably just took 2 shots of the 2 potholes by her, but if I am to believe every Bajan, there are a lot more shots that she can take of potholes. Similarly, we have so many other things that constitute danger and or opportunity that if communicated to those who have responsibility for it, they are in a position to be able to respond and more importantly, to use the data analytics to make the system more efficient and more capable of building a country where the level of apathy at best or cynicism at worst is not driving citizen engagement.
The app will allow residents to report issues directly to the relevant authorities while tracking the progress of responses, creating a more efficient and collaborative approach to addressing community concerns. Government officials say the initiative forms part of a broader effort to strengthen civic participation and encourage citizens to play an active role in national development. The government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines has signed a public-private partnership agreement with Global Ports Holding for the development of the Kingston Cruise Port. Prime Minister Dr. Godwin Friday and Tourism Minister Dr. Kishore Shallow said the agreement is expected to attract investment, create jobs, support local businesses, and boost economic activity. Prime Minister Friday described the partnership as part of the government's commitment to expanding opportunities and ensuring economic growth benefits the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Officials believe the initiative will strengthen the country's cruise tourism sector, improve visitor experiences, and support long-term economic development. And that's all for regional news this evening. Stay tuned for international news coming up next. Now for international news. The conflict between the United States and Iran escalated on Wednesday, with both sides exchanging a second day of military strikes across the Middle East. Reports say the U.S. launched new attacks on Iranian targets, while Iran responded with retaliatory strikes against American interests in the region. Iran also claimed it has closed the Strait of Hormuz to marine traffic, though U.S. Central Command says the vital shipping route remains open. The latest developments have raised concerns about regional stability and global shipping, as governments worldwide continue to monitor the situation and call for restraint. 3 Indian sailors have been confirmed dead after a U.S. military strike on an oil tanker off the coast of Oman. The tanker, MT Setibelu, was carrying 24 Indian crew members when it was hit. 21 crew members were rescued, while the 3 sailors initially reported missing were later confirmed dead. The U.S. military says the vessel was targeted for allegedly transporting Iranian oil in violation of an American blockade. India has condemned the attack and summoned a senior U.S. diplomat to seek clarification and lodge a formal protest. The incident comes amid rising tensions between the United States and Iran and growing concerns over security in the Strait of Hormuz, a key global oil shipping route. And that's all for international news this evening. Stay tuned for the sports segment coming up next.
New game in town. Get ready to match 5 and you can win 10K. Let's go. Play with just $2. Match 5 numbers from 1 to 29 to win. Draws every Wednesday and Saturday at 9 p.m. It's easy, fun, and local. Match 5, your local jackpot game. Dominican National Lottery.
Welcome to the sports segment. 2 exciting matches were played in Division 1 of the Sports Division Primary Schools Netball Championship at Benjamin's Park in Portsmouth on Wednesday. In the opening match, St. John's Primary School delivered a dominant performance to defeat Mao Primary School 31-2. Leading the scoring for St. John's were Kide Francis with 19 goals from 30 attempts, Kasena Diheti with 7 from 11, and Skylar Panther with 5 from 8 attempts. Mao's 2 goals came from Brilliana Wright, who converted 2 of her 4 attempts. In the second encounter, Roosevelt Douglas Primary School recorded a convincing 23-4 victory over Wesley Primary School. Mahana Gist led the scoring with 13 goals from 21 attempts, while Ari John Lee added 10 goals from 25 attempts. Wesley's 4 goals were scored by Shanaira Jules, who converted 4 of her 6 shots. The results kept both St. John's Primary School and Roosevelt Douglas Primary School in strong contention as the championship continues. Also in sports, Atkinson Primary emerged champions of the Sports Division Primary Schools Netball Championship Development Division, which was held in Marigot on Monday. 4 schools participated in the competition: Atkinson Primary, Sineku Primary, Salibia Primary, and Concord Primary. At the conclusion of the tournament, Atkinson Primary secured first place, followed by Sineku Primary in second. Salibia Primary finished third, while Concord Primary placed fourth. With their strong performances, Atkinson Primary and Sineku Primary have qualified for the next round of the championship. The competition provided young athletes with an opportunity to showcase their skills and gain valuable experience in the sport of netball. Exodus FC maintained their perfect start of the 2026 DFA Division 1 League with an impressive 4-0 victory over Northside FC. The dominant performance keeps Exodus among the early front-runners in the competition as they continue their unbeaten run. In another exciting encounter, Jesse Badwil Ballhawks, also known as Wayne George Academy, secured a dramatic 1-0 win over LA Stars FC. The decisive moment came deep into stoppage time when Jaheim Ford found the back of the net to hand Ballhawks all 3 points. The results further intensified the race in the Division 1 League as teams continued their quest for top honors in the 2026 season. And finally, in sports, the New York Knicks are now just 1 victory away from capturing the 2026 NBA championship after edging the San Antonio Spurs 107-106 in Game 4 of the NBA Finals on Wednesday night. The thrilling victory gives the Knicks a commanding 3-1 lead in the best-of-7 series and puts them in prime position to secure the best NBA title in decades. Despite a determined effort from the Spurs, the Knicks managed to hold on in closing moments to claim the crucial win and take control of the championship series. The finals now shift to San Antonio for Game 5 on June 13, where the Spurs will be fighting to keep their championship hopes alive. A win for New York would seal the title, while San Antonio must win 3 consecutive games to complete a remarkable comeback. Basketball fans around the world will be closely watching as the Knicks attempt to finish the job and bring the Larry O'Brien Trophy back to New York. And that's all for the sports segment this evening. Stay tuned for the weather report coming up next. And this concludes tonight's news broadcast for the 11th of June, 2026. I'm your presenter, Rick Francis, and on behalf of the entire newscast, we say thank you for viewing. This is EmoNews, every moment online. Have a good night.